And I draft analysis of Ace. Right now we're into the game 3 of the day. Team Liquid versus SG Esports. The TI7 champions versus the South American Pride. Okay, in the last game, Team Secret versus EG. I think EG did have the better draft. Papi said in the post-match interview, you can go check out ESL's Twitter. He said that it was the meta of two. It was the battle of two strats. One is the split push strat, and one is the death boss strat. EG had the death boss strat. Secret had the split push strat. So Secret played extremely well. They just keep split pushing. They sacrifice one core, but they just farm on another one. And meanwhile, was creating space and other stuff. So they are okay losing one or two players here and there as long as they don't lose their objective. And at the same time, they're farming on the back of Empower on the Juggernaut as well as Ember Spirit. And they split push extremely well. The Magnus was just like cutting wave, shock wave, and then blinking out with his Shadow Blade as well. It's really hard to catch him. And Rubik is just like Fate bolting on the side wave as well as hiding in the trees. So just playing a very typical style, like similar to what Team Liquid did at TI7. And because of that, and Ember was also just doing what Ember does, like he was just cutting wave and getting out in time. So all this split push on top of the somewhat lack of lockdown on the side of EG side. He only got the Ember Earth Spirit as well as the Jakiro. And then I think RTZ was farming a bit too much. He wasn't really trying to fight, so it ended up that it didn't go so well for EG in the end. Secret took a good fight at Roshan, and the whole game just turned around. So there was no way back for EG, considering they were the more death body early game kind of lineup. Okay, so now moving on to this game, Liquid versus SG Esports. Liquid is a team that I think most of you already know by now. They focus a lot on GH heroes, like in the first phase especially, and they have a super wide hero pool for all their players, and all of them can come online. They're all star players. They are really a really strong lineup right now. SG Esports on the other hand, they really like their Bat Rider, Rubik, Puck, as well as Clockwork. These are like, they kind of really like to play around this among their top picks. Nyx is usually banned against them, but in this game it isn't, and they got it as their first pick. And they favor Jakiro too, so as that can be seen during Star Ladder. This match right now is a rematch from Star Ladder where Liquid won 2-0. They also played quite a pretty wide range of heroes at Star Ladder. If I remember correctly, they played like Underlord, Monkey King, Outwarden, Bounty Hunter, Third Hunter. Similar, like, we don't really see these kind of heroes, but SG Esports is a team that actually does that. They even picked Enigma once on the off lane, which is something we actually don't see anymore. Okay, moving on into the draft proper. SG Esports, they banned away Vano IO. I think pretty standard right now. I'm not sure why they would choose to ban Vano though, because like they have first pick and they can actually get it for themselves if they want to. But instead maybe they are not a Vano team or something. They don't want to play it, and yeah, they ban it. Liquid on the side, they ban AA as well for Earthshaker. Yes, the AA is a bit peculiar, but I guess there's nothing really out of the ordinary. This gives SG Esports the first pick, Nyx Assassin. It's a very strong position 4 hero right now. Liquid, they respond with Chen on Kuroki as well as Rubik on GH. Kuroki played Chen like every single game at Star Ladder during the group stages until it was banned against him, and the impact of him on Chen was just way too much. I believe this game is going to be no different. He's just going to put a lot of impact on the early game onto SG Esports side, and unless they have some form of answer against it, I feel it's really going to be very hard on SG Esports just based on this Chen pick alone, looking at how strong Liquid was throughout Star Ladder. And Rubik for GH, I would say he rose to fame based on this hero. It wasn't his Earthshaker, it wasn't his IO, it wasn't his counter, it was his Rubik. Back when he first joined Liquid, Kuroki was picking Rubik a lot for GH, and he was just performing on it really well. SG Esports, they go for the second pick, Mirana. Very interesting second pick again. I think they are a team that probably prioritized this Mirana in the mid lane for their mid player 4DR. I actually don't think we seldom see off lane Mirana, or even like a support Mirana is almost unseen. So I would say this is going to be mid, is a decent laner. And just based off this Mirana, there's a potential that SG Esports might be planning for a draw lineup. Okay, so Liquid, they ban away Necrophos CK, and SG Sports ban away Prophet as well as Huskar. Right from the start, SG Sports is really afraid of this Huskar. They don't even want to let it through into the second phase. They're just afraid for Liquid going for the Huskar into Dazzle or Huskar into Oracle, which they have done quite a few times. And Matuberman will be playing that hero. Not only that, they still got the Broodmother cheese up their sleeves. But I don't think that Liquid will go for it in the second phase. If they will, they'll go wait for the last pick if they think it's a good one. Liquid, they go for Mind Control's Beastmaster. They got a semi death ball pushing lineup right now on the Chen and the Beastmaster with the boss, Chen creeps as well as the Beastmaster attack speed aura.
5 seconds remaining.
Nyx isn't the best hero against a Beastmaster in zoning him out. Nyx Assassin likes to play against Intel heroes because his mana burn can be a very good tool of harassment. That's why usually when you play Nyx Assassin, you team against the Nyx tries to avoid Intel core hero, especially on the mid lane. Because if you are mid Intel core, he'll just run over and mana burn you a few times, and it just makes your lane extremely difficult to play after that. You have no mana and you lose you take a lot of damage as well. The Beastmaster here, it helps them with the vision game, with the pushing as well. And SG Sports, they respond with this Winter Wyvern. Winter Wyvern is extremely good at anti-pushing. They have the Mirana Starstorm as well as now Splinter Blast from Winter Wyvern. SG Sports have really strong anti-push right now, but I'm not sure if it's enough. Because Liquid, they're not going to all in on this push threat. They're still going to go for other stuff. So even though you have some anti-push from Winter Wyvern, I don't think it affects Liquid that much. Another good point about this Winter Wyvern is Co-Embrace. When, like I said, targets get raw by Beastmaster, Winter Wyvern can always Co-Embrace just to neutralize the effect from physical damage. Rubik has a lot of good spells to steal this game. He already has Arrow, Starstorm, Cinder Blast, Curse. Any spell from Winter Wyvern is actually pretty good. And Nyx Assassin as well, like Spike Carapace, Impale, like all super good spell. Ooh, I mentioned that I doubt Liquid will go for Broodmother in the second phase, but they just go for it anyway. They believe they're good enough to put it off and probably take SG Esports out of their game right from the start. Liquid has a really strong laning, right? You know, they got the Chen roaming around, Rubik as well, and Beastmaster is a decent lane, I would say.
5 seconds remaining.
With his boss helping him, Broodmother is going to dominate his lane unless he's up against something like an Axe or Timbersaw. Right now, SG Esports has to react. They have to react to this Broodmother for sure, and I think that's exactly what Liquid wants them to do. Like, they want them to panic, they want them to overreact maybe. Because Matuberman, even though like Spiderlings is the main thing about Broodmother in the early game, but Matuberman, he plays that hero such that he can carry it even though he goes to like the mid late game. He'll still maintain his farm. He's still able to fight in the late game, especially with the new talents and everything. So it's not a Broodmother that definitely need to win his lane, if not he'll lose the game, that kind of thing. It's a different kind of Broodmother right now. SG Esports, they're gonna need more answers for this Spiderlings. Winter Wyvern is good against it in the mid game because of Splinter Blast being able to kill spiders, but in the early game it's really trashy. He'll probably just get wrecked by the Spiderlings running down him. His Splinter Blast won't be high enough level to kill it. And SG Esports, they respond with this Ember Spirit. A good catch on a Broodmother. Not exactly though, because like if you want to sharing chains him and he has a lot of spiders around him, it's not going to be easy getting the chains on him as well. But it's a good his spells are good enough to kill the Spiderlings in the early mid game as well. So yeah, they're just trying to have a decent answer to all these Spiderlings right now. The only downside about Ember is Beastmaster is very strong against Ember Spirit. But I think they're gonna bang on this Winter Wyvern's Co-Embrace to save Ember every time he gets raw. Broodmother is also a hero that can go for an item like Orchid, and that's gonna be very strong against a hero like Ember Spirit. Liquid, they ban away Seven. Seven will be a very good answer to the Brute if he goes on the same lane. He got
10
Cliff.
seconds remaining.
Seven has very high armor as well. Spiderlings can't really do well with him.
5 seconds remaining.
And down to the last ban for SG Esports, they're gonna target Miracle's hero. I think Miracle will just play any strong hero right now. They might even go back for his Invoker. Or something like a Lina or Queen of Pain wouldn't be too bad. Magical damage to go through Winter Wyvern's Core Embrace. Instead they ban the Anti-Mage. Wow, they're expecting... Okay, I understand this ban actually. Because the 4 heroes on Liquid side is actually very early game orientated and they can create a lot of space, especially Brute Mana. And if you're going to be focusing so much on Brute Mana, there's no way you're going to focus on Anti-Mage, and that's when the Anti-Mage can get a lot of farm. So, thinking back, actually this Anti-Mage is a really good ban by SG Esports.
5 seconds remaining.
They don't want to have two things to worry about, like you want to worry about Brute Mana, yet at the same time you want to worry about Anti-Mage. You're going to lose in the early game and you're going to lose the late game. It feels very scary. And SG Esports, they go for their off-lane Batrider. The only so-called defensive mechanism they have against a Batrider is, I guess, GH with the fast fingers on Rubik Lift. Or if Kuroki is in position, he can always send the target back. So that, yeah, actually it's two ways to save it, but they are not the most reliable kind of save. So Batrider is good in that aspect. It's also very good against Spiderlings with the Firefly. And if it's a 1v1 matchup against Beastmaster, I think it's pretty even. I wouldn't say either is favored. So now all 3 laners of SG Esports actually can do pretty well against Brute Mother. Maybe with the exception of Mirana, the Starstorm isn't the best against Brute. And Liquid, they actually go for the Spectre, a bit similar to the Anti-Mage. It creates a lot of, the heroes on Liquid creates a lot of space for a Spectre now. Spectre is a hero we actually don't actually see anymore, but like I don't see how SG Esports can punish this pick just because of the amount of pressure the other heroes are going to put on the map. I believe Matumbaman is going mid and Miracle will be on the safe lane. But that being said, he's going to be up against a Batrider, which I'm not sure if it's the best. Maybe Miracle will go mid with the Spectre Zen. Wouldn't be surprised about that. Okay, that being said, Liquid really has a very strong lineup. I think SG Esports have a decent lineup to deal against whatever Liquid is throwing at them, but in terms of the skill gap, I just feel Liquid is a much better team. And with a draft like that, they are going to execute it pretty well, and Kuroki's Chen is going to do so much in the early game, as well as GH Rubik. I don't see SG Esports having any chance actually. Like Liquid is just a way too superior team right now, and their draft is very comfortable and safe as well. Alright, that's all for this game, Liquid vs SG Esports. My prediction is definitely Liquid. I think most of you will be too. But anyway, if you like what I do, please subscribe and like the video. Thank you.